From where I stand, with Oban just to the south of us, there are two important things you need to pay attention to. One of them is the view behind me, out of the islands of Gerace and beyond. The other one is Dunollie Castle. Welcome to Scotland's Saga. This week we're in Argyll and Bute, just north of Oban, at the Dunollie Castle Museum and Gardens. Dunollie might not seem like much today, but this is once one of the principal strongholds for the Cenel Lorne, one of the ruling families of the Kingdom of Dalriata, and it was their fortress that stood here before this 15th century ruin. When you abandon the modern idea of the west coast and the Western Isles being difficult places to reach by road, and you start to think of them in terms of a seafaring kingdom, suddenly this becomes an ideal place to set up a stronghold. That's certainly what the builders of both this 15th century ruin and the earlier fortresses thought. In the 12th century, this whole area was absorbed into the Kingdom of the Isles under the leadership of the Norse Gael Somerled. Now it was his son, Dougal, who is the ancestor of Clan MacDougall, who still control the area to this day. The only real exceptions to MacDougall control of the area come from when they had their lands forfeited. Most notably, one, during the Wars of Independence when they fought against Robert the Bruce. Secondly, after the Wars of the Three Kingdoms when they fought against Oliver Cromwell. And thirdly, in 1715, after they backed the failed Jacobite Rising. Kind of showing that they kept picking the losing side. By the time 1745 rolled around, the chief at the time, Alexander MacDougall, had started to learn his lesson from the past. He didn't lend any official clan support to the Jacobite Rising, but it didn't stop his clansmen and indeed his own brother from heading out to Culloden to fight in 1746. The last time this castle was inhabited was when it was garrisoned by government forces in 1719. Now they left it in such a bad state of repairs that by the time the family could regain control of it in 1745, they could really only use it as masonry for their new house. Down the hill from the ruins of the 15th century castle stands the 1745 house. Nowadays it houses the Dunollie House Museum. Now it's easy to think of the house of a laird and a chief as this huge, grand Scottish baronial affair. But really what we have here is essentially a very comfortable but large farmhouse. It was clear from just the way the building's laid out that the main priority of the family was privacy and comfort. This has been Scotland's Saga. If you'd like to follow our adventures in Argyll and Bute, then please do subscribe at the link below. And if you want to find out any more information about Dunollie or any of the other places we've been, you can find the links in the description.